Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin wallets today, and maybe even wallets in general, not including just Bitcoin, but everything. All right, so thank you for joining us today. Let's talk about Bitcoin wallets and what they matter, what they don't matter, what they are. So, Bitcoin has been going crazy. It keeps going crazy. It's up and down. You've heard about recently that a site called NiceHash, which is a mining group, got hacked and they lost a ton of Bitcoin. It was in the millions of dollars worth, maybe I think it was 20-some million dollars worth of Bitcoin. And, so how do you protect yourself from that? How do you keep that from happening to you? And, there's online, offline, there's paper wallets, there's services. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of these, but at the same time, I'm going to give you my recommendation. 60 million. Yes, okay, 60 million. At the same time, I'm going to give you my recommendation for that I'm using for myself. And so in the whole scheme of things, there is what is easier but less secure. Now, this is a fundamental of life. This is security versus ease of use. And so the higher the security, the harder it is to use, the more complex it is. The lower the security, the easier it is for all of us to use. And so you can't have high security and easy at the same time. There is no such thing. It's one of these laws. So the most secure stuff out there would be like a paper wallet. As long as you can secure that piece of paper. And so what this is basically you use your phone and you will deposit from your phone or from a computer entering in a code. The code that's on this paper wallet, and basically, it then binds that to this paper wallet. And to get it back out, you'll end up using the other half of it, which is to pull the QR code back off or the code or whatnot and send it to another account. So but the whole thing is you got to keep it safe. So you got to go put it in a safety deposit box or something like that. And in essence, if the bank were to burn down, or, for some reason, you don't hear about this very often, their safety deposit boxes got robbed or something like that, and they took that, they would then have it. Also, since it's an image, since it can be seen, if anyone photographed it or anything like that before you put it in the safety deposit box, you would never know that it had been wiped out until you went to claim it back for yourself. So that is kind of the ultimate insecurity, and that's a really high overview. The other ultimate insecurity is like a institutional security where you have the coin someplace like Coinbase or another place that stores it as a service, and you have multiple people who are required to come in and say, okay, we are approving this transfer of this amount of money. And so it's approval by committee. So for businesses and stuff where you don't want one person to be responsible for it, you may have like the CEO and the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and maybe another money controller person or something like that would be in there, so that there's multiple people having to give approval. And this is a method that will be used by a lot of companies. Coinbase now supports this. So now the other way of doing this, and by the way, that does not stop it from getting hacked. It also doesn't stop them from like people holding you at gunpoint saying, yes, go press these buttons, log in, and go press these buttons. I don't know. We'll probably hear stories of stuff like that in the future. The other way of doing it is a wallet that resides on a computer, or it could reside on your cell phone. And these wallets, basically, it stores the currency in your wallet, but if you lose that wallet, meaning that if your phone breaks, if your computer's hard drive goes kaput, and you don't have a backup of it or anything, you could lose it. You also could lose it to getting hacked. And there are plenty of, there's right now plenty of people trying to hack your Bitcoin accounts. And I think that that's probably a very serious issue. There are viruses, malware out there that will search for key indicators on your hard drives, looking for having this, and then they're going to try and access it. So that is a big problem as well. And I can tell you from experience with myself of what happened to me is that I have a Zcash wallet. It's on my laptop. I was just starting out. I was just kind of doing stuff with it. I was doing mining, which I will show in a future video. I was doing mining, and I was having the mining earnings deposited to this account that was on my actual laptop. Well, the problem is that one day I opened it up, and it said it couldn't open it. And I've fiddled with it all ways, upside down, backwards, and everything. And I have not been able to fix this installation of my wallet on my laptop. And basically it's corrupted. And I've been through all the forums, and I've wasted a whole bunch of time. I've wasted hours and hours and hours trying to get access to it. And I decided I was just giving up, because in actuality, it was worth about $40 worth of Zcash whenever I lost access to it. And it's worth about $60 worth right now. Still not enough for me to do anything. So then I decided that, really what I needed to do here was I needed to lower the complexity. And so what I've done is I have a couple of accounts. I have Bittrex accounts, and I have Coinbase accounts, and I have some others as well. And so I have gone for the simpler route. Like, Coinbase is really easy. There's a link in the description for it. If you haven't bought any currency before, you can easily buy some cryptocurrency from Coinbase. And in fact, there's a little bonus there. If you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin through the Coinbase link that I have there, you get an extra $10 worth of Bitcoin. I get an extra $10 worth of Bitcoin for referring you. It's a win-win. It helps support the show, those kinds of things, and you get a little bit extra. So what I've done is, for the most part, I've gone to something simpler because of the complexity of all this. And having gone to something simpler, basically that reduces security, but I have spread my risk across multiple places. And so if one of my accounts gets too much in it or whatnot, then I'm going to diversify, move it off into a different form or whatever. So my overall plan, I don't have enough to really be, somebody that's a giant target, because currently, I only got into cryptocurrency here a few months ago. I've known about it the whole time. I know some of the really big players in cryptocurrency. I've known them for 15 years or so. Since before cryptocurrency was born, and I just decided that for me this was the right answer right now. And so that is my initial suggestion, especially if you are brand new to cryptocurrency, is to use some place like Coinbase, or you can use another exchange like Bittrex. There's BitMEX. There's a whole bunch of them. There are, at the same time with all of these places, there are problems with all of them. So like Bittrex has been experiencing load issues. Coinbase has been experiencing load issues. The problems have not been, unethical that I've seen, other than, the one Nice Hash place getting hacked. That was not someplace you'd normally deposit currency. And but they are all experiencing load issues. I saw a interview with the CEO of Coinbase the other day, and the CEO, he said basically that they have been doubling their staff every so many months and everything, and that they just alone, they know they need to hire an additional 400 and some odd customer service people. We're not talking techs or anything, just customer service people in 2018, because their growth is so explosive. And so, yes, they're having troubles with scaling. All of these places are. You would think it was easy. No, scale adds a complexity that you would not even understand. So anyway, my suggestion when you're starting out is a service as your wallet, like Coinbase or like some of these others. There's other places you can buy as well. So hope that answers your question. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.